Rasheed Rice. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about Rasheed Rice, and I'm gonna be showing some highlights of him as well. But I'm gonna be trying my hardest not to get copyrighted. That's why you're not gonna see him throughout the whole video. But Rasheed Rice, man, he's a very good player. He's special. He's a threat, right? Now, the only thing about Rasheed Rice, don't expect him to be like a godlike player the first year, because that's just not gonna happen. Because we know how Andy Reid's system is, man. It's not easy to shine as a rookie wide receiver. He has a very complex playbook, which is fine. That's why Scott Moore didn't excel. He only had a few plays. That's probably what we're going to see out of Rasheed Rice. We're going to see like a few plays of him doing like things that could lead to next season, just like Scott Moore. Scott Moore was running routes. He was catching some very tough passes, and he has great hands. So that's what I want to see out of Rasheed Rice. I want to see some plays where I could be like, okay, well, he did do this when his name was called up. So, I mean, next season, if he gets a bigger role, he could excel. That's what I want to see out of Rasheed Rice, and I do think that's what's going to happen because he's just a very explosive player. He's a very explosive player. His ability to just leap up for the ball is very good. His catch radius is honestly insane. He's not the fastest guy ever, but he has some speed. I mean, he's quick. He's not fast, but he's quick. And I love his yard after catch ability. He's very hard to bring down. So he fits the Kansas City Chiefs system perfectly. And I think just he'll play a few times, but just a year of like getting the playbook down packed could really help him out a lot. And I think that could cause him to be a very, 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 very good player in this Kansas City Chiefs offense. And I honestly just can't wait to see it. And I want to see him make some plays throughout the season that I could be like, yeah, this guy's going to be special. And this is just going to be another Sky Moore situation, but he probably would be a slightly better than Sky Moore. I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see and find out. So the depth of the Chiefs wide receiver group is just looking very packed. I said group. It's just looking very packed. To see them all catch passes from Patrick Mahomes, it makes you think who's going to be the best, and it makes you realize some people's not even guaranteed a spot on the team. Now, Rasheed Rice is obviously guaranteed a spot on the team, and I can see him doing very good as a possession wide receiver. I like him as a possession wide receiver. I mean, he is a rookie, but he could help replace some of the production that we did lose, and I just can't wait to see it. Another second-round pick spent on a wide receiver. So the Veach is trying. He's trying. He's definitely trying. I could see Rasheed Rice putting up 200 to 250 yards, maybe even more. You never know, maybe 300. And losing McCole Hardman, losing Juju Smith-Schuster, you're going to obviously need to replace that production. And he's a different type of wide receiver. Like, we haven't picked a big body wide receiver in a minute. I mean, Justin Ross is the UDFA, so that's not a pick. So us getting Rasheed Rice, a big body wide receiver who could really catch with an insane catch radius, it gives us something different, you know. And I know he's not a luxury pick, but the Chiefs just made the selection based on like their perceptions of what they needed. You know, if we even needed him, but you know, just we needed a different type of player. We want everyone to be different in this wide receiver core. We want the versatility to be on point. And even Patrick Mahomes wanted Rasheed Rice. He wanted Rasheed Rice. And he's going to have to get accustomed to the offense pretty fast because this is probably going to be our best offense in a minute. And Mahomes even said himself in quote, I like the feel that he has when he's running the routes. A lot of times you get a lot of young dudes who are extremely athletic and they could just run as fast as they can. And they're just running around but don't know exactly where to be. And he also said, I could feel where Rice would sit and he would listen to guys like Travis Kelce, he would listen to Kadarius Toney, and those guys would talk, and he would get a feel for how he was running the route. So Rasheed Rice is looking very, very good. I think he's going to be very good. He's a listener. He wants to work. He wants to keep getting better. And those are the type of guys that the Kansas City Chiefs love. So he's talented. He covers up a few holes. He'll go up and get that football. And once he catches it, he's very violent. He's like a running back after the catch. And that's just a big part of the Kansas City Chiefs offense. and he's like an X receiver. You could give him the Juju role. We could really let's break down what the X receiver is in Kansas City Chiefs now. Tyreek Hill, we're not gonna say he's the X receiver. The X receiver, we're talking Juju, and then Byron Pringle, and before Byron Pringle it was like Sammy Watkins, and I could see Rashee Rice being that X receiver. And his yard after ability catches is insane. He did lead all FCS receivers with 593 yards after the catch in 2022. And it's not even with like speed. It wasn't with speed, but it was with the ability to just break tackles. And we know Andy Reid's offense designs plays to put receivers in space. And yeah, man, Rice, I'm just gonna love what he's gonna bring to this team. And he could catch more footballs in traffic than his teammates. And that fits the description of the X receiver. And the Chiefs didn't really have one on the roster, so Rice could fill that role, or Justin Ross. It just depends who's going to really be better. And he has a 41-inch vertical, so he really could jump up there with that catch radius and catch that ball in traffic. So, and he also had 16 contested catches last season at SMU. So a lot of scouts, they praise his body control and his ability to high point the ball. And once you could just out jump a defensive back, that's just a pretty good trait to have. So I would love to see what he brings to this offense, and I know y'all would love to see it too. And y'all can't wait, and I can't wait. So yeah, I just want to see all these wide receivers together. I want to see them making plays on Mahomes. And the content when the season starts is just going to be absolutely insane. Like, the way I'm going to be dropping content, y'all aren't going to be able to believe it. Like, the way I'm just going to be dropping video after video throughout the season. When we go to the playoffs, when we get to the Super Bowl, it's absolutely going to be crazy. And I hope y'all just show me the love back like y'all have been doing these past weeks. And I just appreciate y'all. And I want to let y'all know that, man, I just can't wait to see what Rashee Rice brings to the table. Just look how high he could jump, man. Like, we need something like that. Like, the guy's like a mini DeAndre Hopkins. He could really develop into being something great. And I know that he could be something special. And Patrick Mahomes is going to help him do that. Patrick Mahomes wanted him on the team. So he loved him. And he loved the pick. So as it goes to show you, if Mahomes wants him, he's probably going to be more involved than Sky Moore was last season. And he just brings a different type of swag to the team. Like, he gritties and stuff. So he's like that young wide receiver that you're going to love. That's going to make plays. He's just a good guy. Look like he's going to be a good guy in the locker room overall, all around. And that's what the Chiefs want. And they love these type of players. One thing I realized, when he's running his routes, he makes some hard cuts, man. He makes some very hard cuts. So he might actually be a very good player for us, and I just can't wait to see how good he becomes. And yeah, man, I'm on a journey with y'all. We're going to see what all these players do next season. They'll all do good, in my opinion. I think they're going to all be fine. And the Chiefs are going to be right back in the Super Bowl. So your boy Chiefs Priority, and I'm out, man. Peace.